Hey, everybody, welcome to the Buffalo Beer Buzz. It is currently Thursday, June 4th. We're recording for the weekend for June 5th, 6th, 7th, and beyond. My name is Scott. I am Scott at WNY Brews, and with me is Brian. Say hi,
Hello.
Brian.
Hi.
At Brian at BuffaloBeerLeague.com, which, by the way, is where you can find the Beer Buzz weekly at BuffaloBeerLeague.com. So, welcome to the Buffalo Beer Buzz podcast. If you would not mind rating and reviewing wherever you listen to your podcast. And then if you're doing any shopping, doing through our Amazon link, it's buffalobeerleague.com/Amazon, takes you directly to Amazon. You get a couple, you don't pay anything extra. We get a couple of pennies based on what you order. And that's it. So, we've been trying to figure out how to run the intros on this podcast. So we have a theme song. I'm going to play that. We are on YouTube, by the way. You can watch us on YouTube. We are live right now, Thursday, June 4th. And then you can also find us youtube.com/channel/ at WNY Brews is the channel. So let's play the intro theme song here. And then I'll show you what I'm drinking. Here we go. People watching on YouTube, you can see my Prison City Mass Riot in the Spiegel glass. Pretty happy with that pour. I wish for just a little bit less head, but otherwise,
I think
that's what I'm
that's really
drinking.
good.
That's what I'm drinking tonight, Brian. How about you?
So I am also drinking a hazy IPA. I am drinking Hoodle Dasher, my last can of Hoodle Dasher IPA from our friends at Big Ditch Brewing.
Excellent. While you're pouring,
I also remembered to bring a glass.
Nice. Was that siren in my house or your house?
I have not heard a siren.
Okay,
thankfully.
so it's my house. It's the Hamburg police. There we go. Look at those. Look at those beers. I have another Prison City beer to tell you about as we get into this week's stories, which you can find every week at buffalobeerleague.com. Brian posts those on Wednesdays. So I'm going to share that on our screen here. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. And there we go. Sure. So this week's title is Wines, Wags, and Brews, Beltline Hops, Blue Monk Revival, New York State Craft Brewers Fest, Breyer Brothers 4th anniversary. And let's go straight into, well, actually, I do like to go chronological, and I just want to make sure.
I was going to say, you were throwing me off right there by saying just diving right in.
It is still chronological, is what it is.
That's what I should start. I should start doing that, Scott. When I always have you in mind when I write these articles. Every week when I write this, I'm thinking of you. I think that maybe what I should start doing is start writing them or placing the story placement in chronological order, so we can just jump right in head first. And the first story, you don't even have to think about it. The first story is the first one I know you'll want to talk about.
Oh, Brian, I don't think about it anyway. Which is not true. I do like to scroll through beforehand. That was just a joke. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the SPCA Wine, Wags, and Brews fundraiser slated for June 10th. The SPCA, serving Erie County, will host Wine, Wags, and Brews, a fundraiser event on June 10th. Did I say something wrong?
No, I was just noticing the mistake I had in the article.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
On June 10th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the SPCA, that is 300 Harlem Road, West Seneca. The event will feature beer and cider, food samples, bakeries, food trucks, pet-themed vendors, raffles, and more. Music will be provided by Buffalo's own Nicholas Picolis. All proceeds will benefit the SPCA. General admission tickets are $50. VIP tickets, including early entrance, admission to VIP tent, appetizers, and premier seating are $80. And designated driver tickets are $30. Purchase tickets here. Ooh, it's a very long link. Is it?
It looks. Wait. Oh,
I see what happened.
Yeah, I see that too.
Not okay. So don't click that link. Go to yourspca.org/WWB. Dogs are welcome, of course.
I will fix it by the time by the time people are listening to this.
There you go. So you can go to buffalobeerleague.com, click on the Beer Buzz, click on the link. But not required. Dogs are welcome, but not required. Guests must be 21 or older to attend, which is what you wrote, and which is correct. I almost said and older. So, quick story time. We have a brand new location over by me, over by Clyde's, called Hounds and Hops. And it is dog grooming and a bar. So the other day I stopped in. Obi's right behind me. You can't see her. She needed to get her nails trimmed. So I took her in and they had like 10 taps. I had a Prison City Citrus something. It was 8% and it looked like a milkshake and it was phenomenal. And my dog's nails got trimmed while I sat there. And then we sat together. So we'll talk to them too. But if you got a dog and you're looking for a place to bring them, Hounds and Hops.
So they have. I've heard of Hounds and Hops before because I believe there is one down at Seneca One Tower, if I'm not mistaken, or there at one point there was.
Yeah, I think this is their only location now. I think they closed that one.
Okay, yeah,
came down here.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one I recognize was the one that used to be down at Seneca One. So this one at Clyde's, because that's where I'm sure I've mentioned it on the podcast before. My wife and I own a horse. We live in Eden, so we own a horse. Her name is Ashley, and that's where we buy our grain, and that's where we buy our horse treats. And we haven't been back in to buy horse supplies since Hounds and Hops opened. I didn't know they had beer on draft. So how was the beer selection overall? Did you take a look?
They don't have it listed yet. I was there yesterday, and it was like their grand opening, or 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Not grand opening. It was like their soft opening.
But they have 10 taps? That seems like a lot to me for something like that.
2 directly in front of the register, a Guinness tap, and then maybe 6 others. So yeah, 9.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was fun. We'll check it out, and we'll go over and talk to them.
I saw something. I would like to do that. We should try to do that for the podcast. I saw something that you don't have to have a dog to go there, right? If you just want to go
and have a beer, you can do that. Just go have a beer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just cool. Like this Wine Wags and Brews fundraiser. Dogs are welcome, but not required.
Sorry. I don't want to say. Okay. No. Let me start over. The SPCA reached out to me about this, saying that I had it in the Beer Buzz, and they thanked me, and they wanted to know if I could make it out to the event, but sadly I cannot. So hopefully, if you're listening, if you're watching, and you make it out to this event, we'd love to know how it is, because I've not been to one of these yet. I've written about it a couple of times, but I have not been to this event yet.
Oh, I can't make it.
Yeah.
You know me, Brian, serial side hustler.
Very much so.
I overbooked myself for June. Hey, but money is good, right?
Hey, money is not usually a bad thing.
Days off. Let's see. Today's the 4th. I had a gig today. I have tomorrow off. Gig Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. And then the next time I have off is on the 14th.
Jeez.
Yep. And then the 15th, 16th, 17th I have off. But then gig.
Well, you're also in like 15,000 bands. And you perform, and you're a DJ, and you perform solo.
Yep. All of those things are happening. Weddings, music bingos, karaoke's, line dancing. They are all happening this month.
Good for you, Scott. I spend my time sitting in front of a computer slaving away to write articles like the Buffalo Beer Buzz, and I just keep getting fatter.
Okay, me too. There's no Queen City in June. That's the only thing I do that's not happening in June. Because
wait, when would your was that technically okay.
May 29th and June 3rd. So bookending June. I'm sorry, people who are watching or listening. Shall we get back? That's my fault.
We should. We shall.
100% my fault. All right. And my fault for not noticing that this wasn't chronological. The Blue Monk is coming back. Although we did talk about this last week.
We have.
The Terrace at Delaware Park is once again bringing back iconic Elmwood Avenue watering hole, the Blue Monk, Buffalo's long-beloved Belgian beer bar, on June 6th at 6 p.m. Tickets for the Blue Monk Revival are... That's not today. Okay, I panicked for a second. That's the Saturday.
It's not. It's Saturday.
June 6th at 6 p.m. Tickets for the Blue Monk Revival are $50 and include samplings of a selection of Blue Monk's favorite cuisine and a complimentary glass, as well as a curated beer selection. There will also be live music and appearances by guest bartenders from the Blue Monk. Tickets are limited and can be purchased here. Very long URL. Just go click on it at buffalobeerleague.com. The Blue Monk closed their doors in 2016. I do miss the Blue Monk. What was your favorite food at the Blue Monk?
Ooh, it would have to be the truffle fries. Always those were always something that, like, because back then, when I was first getting into craft beer, when the Buffalo Beer League was first starting back then, I always went to Blue Monk with my wife. So she's not a beer drinker, which I've mentioned many times, and she always went for the food, and this was always something we had to order when we went there.
The duck confit poutine.
Ooh, I never had that, but I heard so many good things about that.
I know, honey. All right.
So real quick,
I won't be able to make it this Saturday either because, again, it's karaoke night.
Oh, karaoke. So I know I had this in the Beer Buzz before. I just wanted to get it in this week's episode or this week's edition because there are very limited tickets available for this. The last one sold out. So if you're planning on going to this, I suggest buying your tickets. And I would really, really like to know, shameless self-plug incoming, if you go to this event, call the Buffalo Beer League hotline, 716-486-BEER, and let us know how it is. Because I've read a bunch of reviews of this event, but I've never heard, I haven't seen anything about the beer selection. Because obviously that's what the Blue Monk was known for, an expertly curated tap list. And I know the food, the dishes are Blue Monk dishes, but I would love to know what the beer selection is for this, especially for $50. I know you get the food, but I'd like to know what kind of beer you get.
Good call.
So let us know. If you go to this, let us know.
Yeah, I just clicked, and it doesn't say how many tickets are left, but you can still buy tickets. So,
yeah, they just put something. On their social media, or I think Delaware or the Terrace did put something on their social media pages that limited tickets were remaining.
All right, perfect. So I scrolled down here to the New York State Craft Brewers Festival. Sorry, which is happening in Buffalo. Saturday, June 13th at Canal Side. I will not be at this one either because I am DJing a wedding. It is, although this one is gratis. It is pro bono.
Wow.
The wedding. It is I have 3 cousins, and it is one of my 3 cousins.
Oh, that's nice of you, Scott.
Getting married. So, and they thanked me, very appreciative. Like, no, thank you so much. Like, are you sure you want to do it? And I said, listen, if you don't let me do it, I'm going to sit there and complain about whoever you hire.
Oh, that's a very good point.
I'm actually a very fun hang at a wedding. That's not what I would actually do. But in my head, on the way home, I'd be telling my wife, like, did you see what that guy did?
All right, so let me ask you this, Scott. We have not been to a wedding together. We talk every single week, but we have not been to a wedding together before. But my question to you is on weddings. So I know you're a beer guy. I know you dabble in the spirits, you get into the spirits. When you're at a wedding, I love this question. When you're at a wedding, what is your go-to drink?
Oh, it's a beer.
Okay.
What do you got on draft? Okay, so Brian, we've been married a long time. Not you and I, but you and your wife and me and my wife. We've been married a long time. When we got married in 2007, craft beer was something me and 2 or 3 of my friends did. So we had Blue Light at our wedding in 2007, right? Now you go to a wedding and you'd be like, what do you have on draft? And you've got craft beer. I think my other cousin got married in Ithaca, and they had Flower Power on draft.
Ooh, very, very nice.
I know, right? Like, okay.
Man, throwing it way back.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I am always 100% beer at these events because I don't want to drink too much, of course, at a wedding.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I still go light beer in bottles. And I found that if I have one too many and I try to dance, which
Oh boy.
like I said, I'm a fun hang. I'm on the dance floor.
I believe it.
I feel sick if I have too much. So how about you?
For me,
please.
it's normally beer. It's normally beer for me. When Jill and I got married in 2011, and I too had Blue Light, was literally the only beer I served at our wedding. Right? For me, it's normally Scotch, maybe Scotch and soda, or rum and Coke is normally what I go to. Is my go-to at weddings.
Yeah,
and quick, not to fall too deep down the rabbit hole, but I just wanted to mention a good friend of mine. My wife is the maid of honor in her best friend's wedding later this month. Her fiance, soon to be groom, his name is Kyle. He listens to the podcast, so shout out Kyle if you're listening. They're curating their own, they're putting together their own bar. He keeps telling me, he's like, Brian, because he's just getting into craft beer, like really big into craft beer. Yeah. And he keeps telling me, he's like, Brian, we shouldn't have started so early buying this beer, because they started with like some macro stuff. And then he's like, I found this. And then I found this. And then I found this. And then he's like, oh yeah, I just keep buying this beer and throwing it into the beer pile for the wedding. He's like, we're going to have so much beer. I'm like, that's great, dude. That's not a bad thing.
Kyle, call me.
Yeah.
I met Kyle. I met Kyle at Hopper House.
You were also very gracious enough to buy a ticket to a stag. You couldn't make it, but thank you so much for that.
Oh, that's right. I could not make it, probably because of a gig.
More than likely, working.
I've got a problem, Brian.
Hey, you can't say no, Scott. It happens.
So we're talking about the craft beer festival. This is the tangent episode. This again, my fault. I brought this tangent out. This was me. This artwork, another quick tangent. The artwork on this is phenomenal. I've been looking at it while we've been talking.
It really is.
For people who aren't watching, because you should be on YouTube, it's a beer glass. So the whole scene is like a sun setting with rainbow colors. It's kind of muted, more pastel kind of colors. And then you've got a beer glass where it's duotone, like two tones, a lighter and a darker, and the darker gives you the essence of a buffalo, a shape of a buffalo in it. It's great. You just have to go see it, either at buffalobeerleague.com or check out our podcast on YouTube. All right, I'm ready to read. Here we go. Tickets still available for New York State Craft Brewers Fest, Buffalo at Canalside on June 13th. This year will feature craft beer from over 50 breweries, live music, artisan vendors, food truck rodeo, keg toss, games, and more. General admission tickets are $45, souvenir tasting glass, and all samplings. General admission plus is $65. They pulled a Disney on this. General admission plus 1 hour early entry, access to exclusive VIP beers, souvenir tasting glass, all samplings, $5 New York State Beer Association merch coupon, and then of course VIP is $100, which includes an exclusive beer and wine pairing. Beer and wing pairing at Southern Tier Buffalo before the fest. Those are two very different things.
Beer and wine pairing sounds awesome, though.
Right? Have this beer, now have this 12% wine.
That sounds lovely.
And here's your second beer and wine, and here's your third. Slow down. 2 is good. Beer and wing pairing at Southern Tier Buffalo before the fest, and special perks include an upgraded festival glassware and early entry. There are only 100 spots available. Get tickets online here. Oh, I can read this one. thinknydrinkny.com/Buffalo. Or save $10 when you purchase tickets at Resurgence Brewing Company. That's only $40 and it's only cash. All right. I've made this one multiple times. And again, I will not this time.
I'm sure you remember, Scott. This used to be our event back when the Buffalo Niagara Brewers Association was a thing. This when the early days, the advent of this event, this was our event.
Yep. You put up a tent and everything.
Yeah, I have yet to miss one of these, and I'm hoping this year will be no different. It sadly falls on the same day as my nephew's 7th birthday party. 8th?
7?
God, I sound like a terrible uncle.
Remember that? She won't remember that? Oh, you said nephew. He won't remember that?
I made a deal with Jill, and I told her, or she told me, she was like, listen, you can go. She's like, you can go. You just have to go ask TJ. His name is TJ. You have to go ask him permission that you could go to this beer festival on the day of his party. I have not done that yet, but I'm hoping that works out for me.
I got to tell you, Brian, that means you can't go.
Scott, I have a sneaking suspicion you are definitely right.
Yep. Nope. She was like, you can go if you ask permission, which means you can. Nope.
Which already means no.
Yeah, exactly. I read right through that one.
You are a wise man, Scott.
Guess what's happening on my daughter's birthday this month?
This month?
3 letters, starts with the G. It's a gig.
You know, Scott, I was going to say my wife and I have been together for 27 years. You know, we've been married. It'll be 15 years. Actually, we've been married 15 years next week. But
we're very similar. We've been together 25.
Yeah, 27 for us. You'd think I would know what she was doing when she said that to me, but I did not. I played right into it. I got my hopes up, and you just plummeted me right down to earth right
there. All right, Breyer Brothers.
All right,
everybody, Breyer Brothers. Brewing. Breyer Brothers Brewing. No, you can say it. Say it 5 times fast. Breyer Brothers Brewing. Breyer Brothers Brewing Company throwing it back for their 4th anniversary. Breyer Brothers Brewing is throwing it back to the early days of craft beer with their 4th anniversary on June 20th. 4th anniversary already. We were there for the opening.
Wild. Yes.
Right? Starting bright and early at 11 a.m., the brewery is hosting an old school line share. Oh my God, I haven't talked about a line share in forever.
Yes, Scott, it's 2026. Yes. Brewery line shares. Remember, they used to be a thing.
I know, right? Holy cow.
I love how you approached that so timidly that you're like, is this a thing? Did he mess this up?
When I read it, and then I went, oh my God, I remember line shares. Yep. Okay. At the brewery is hosting an old school line share in the patio area. Awesome. Autark will be on site pouring special offerings. Beers from Ontario's. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this.
It's pronounced Nomad, but that's just
I was going to say it. Yeah. Okay. Nomad Brewing will be available along with special pours from Mortalis and Old First Ward Brewing, including a new collab between Breyer and Old First Ward. Line share. Oh, okay. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
As well as 3 new special collabs between Breyer Brothers and Nomad. You can also bring bottles of your own to share. The event is free and open to the public. This is June 20th. What is going on there? Oh, okay. DJing a birthday party.
You know, it's funny. I can't make it to this either because the wedding that I just mentioned, Kyle and Melissa's wedding, is this day, and I don't think they'd appreciate it if I went to a beer release and showed up to their wedding after that.
No, don't do that.
No, I will not be doing that. No.
All right, I'm gonna start texting you. You're gonna start texting me. Like, should I do this? No.
No.
All right. You're going to start talking me out of some of these gigs.
Oh, excuse me. So Joel Betty, one of the owners of Breyer Brothers, emailed me earlier, and he emailed me earlier because I wrote an article. If you go to buffalobeerleague.com, search Breyer Brothers, you can find this article about, I talked to Nomad, I talked to Breyer Brothers, I wrote an article about these collabs. They wouldn't tell me about them until today, And I just wanted to mention it's on our social media pages, but they're the three collabs are a West Coast Pilsner, a black IPA, and a West Coast IPA. And they don't have fancy names, according to Joel. They are what they are.
Okay. A West Coast Pilsner, yeah. So a line share. Describe a line. I was going to describe a line share for people that the uninitiated, maybe the new craft beer drinkers, because it's people aren't lining up for releases anymore.
No, that's not a thing.
People used to line up for beer releases because there wasn't as many, right? And you'd be waiting in line, and while you're waiting in line, people would have craft beer with them, or sometimes homebrew too.
Yeah,
and pass it out to people in line, and you'd all share your line share beer. But I haven't stood in line for a release in a very long time.
Trying to think of the last time I stood in line for oh man,
like
I don't even. I really I don't even
when
know.
Froth opened. And Froth is now closed. So.
Yeah, Froth is now a restaurant. That's not. Yeah, they are. The brewery closed. Yeah. Some of my favorite line shares ever. Scott and I used to drive to Wilson up to Woodcock. Remember when XPA was the best? XPA used to be the best beer in Western New York. We used to drive up there every time they would release it. I think it was 6 and 6.1, 6.2.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 7, if I remember correctly. We would go up there to the Woodcock Wilson Brewery and stand in line, and we bring a bunch of bottles and be all the same guys every single time. And then we just crack a few bottles and share it. And it was always a really good time. I miss those days.
That's too far. That's too far.
Well, yes. Yeah, of course.
Right? I'm sure. So there's one last story here. I don't even know how long we've gone. I feel like we've gone way too long, and it's totally my fault.
About 23 minutes, it looks like.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I've got 27 minutes.
Okay, then my computer froze or something. I don't know.
All right. We have one more. Beltline Brewery releases 2 West Coast style beers. Beltline has tapped a pair of new beers representing the West Coast, Beltline Pale Ale and West Coast Flashes. The former is a 5.6% hoppy pale ale with Nelson and Cascade hops, with notes of white grape and citrus and a clean finish. And the latter is a 7.3% West Coast IPA, dry hopped with Citra Cryo, Cascade, Mosaic, and El Dorado hops to create notes of malt sweetness and hop bitterness. Both beers are available at Beltline. When I was reading it, I was remembering the time when we were chasing both ABV and IBU at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, kids, if you kids, no, I hope no kids are listening to this, but if you are a younger craft beer drinker, yes, chasing ABV, chasing IBUs, that was also a thing.
Yep, at the same time. Like, it's 80 IBU at 11%. I gotta try it.
I remember I always think of, when I think of IBU, I always think about we were building a fire for the 4th of July at my in-laws' house, and Scott brought some Green Flash beer. Remember when Green Flash was first coming around?
Yeah,
he brought some palate wrecker, and that was, the IBUs were off the charts. It literally tastes like crushed aspirin, and I drank a can of it. And it gave me a headache.
So Green Flash was West Shore, but what was the other one?
No, I'm talking about Green Flash Brewery from San Diego.
Oh, what am I thinking of from West Shore Brewing?
Green. Oh man, what was the name of their IPA?
This is a great podcast right now. That's my fault. That was me. I threw it off. I thought it was Green Flash.
Yeah, no, you do. Yeah, I think you're right. You derailed me.
From West Shore. Derailing. Nice.
Green Flyer.
Flyer. Thank you. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, remembering that.
If you're listening to the podcast and you remember West Shore Brewing, we can be friends. Shout out to West Shore Brewing.
Right? Green Flash IPA. All right. I'm looking it up. West Coast IPA, highly bitter.
For a while.
95 IBU. Yep.
for a while, Green Flyer was one of, if not the best hazy IPA in Western New York.
Oh, agreed. Green Flyer. I'm looking at the ABV 6.2. IBU is probably like 20 or something from Green Flyer. We'll have to call Josh. 49. All right. Right, Josh knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he's always been a very, very competent brewer.
All right. Hey, that's everything. I don't know if you noticed, I'm in a different location this week. I did it on purpose so I can do this. Do you want to talk about things that are happening on the Buffalo Beer League website? Anything else that you want to talk about this week? I won't be able to hear you for the next 25 seconds.
I'd be happy to. Okay. So not much in terms of new content. I have a lot of things I'm working on, but things I haven't posted yet. I have connected with the folks up at Everest Microbrewery in Niagara Falls. I am interviewing them soon, so there will be an article coming to BuffaloBeerLeague.com on them. I also connected with the one of the guys behind Water Street Brewing Company that's coming to Jamestown. We talked about that. I think maybe it was last week or the week before. And I have an interview set up with them, so I will update our article with my interview with Mike from West Shore Brewing Company. So, West Shore Water Street Brewing Company coming to Jamestown. So, I will have those two articles soon to BuffaloBeerLeague.com.
Awesome. So we got a Blue Monk revival night. We need a West Shore Brewing revival night, Josh. You listening?
Ooh, I don't hate that idea.
Right?
I'm hoping that Saturday I can stop by Rusty Nickel for their 11th anniversary. If I see Josh, I'm going to mention that to him. That is a great idea.
Good. All right. You let him know. We're going to strong arm him into this one.
Yeah. We're thinking about him.
All right. You got anything else?
No, that's it for me.
And this is my latest homebrew.
It's you tell.
It's just a pale ale.
Okay.
Yep. Like a Sierra Nevada type pale ale. I brewed it for the Sabres playoffs. And at the moment it's getting a little old. But it's still pretty good.
That has some nice color on it for a classic. I assume like a classic American pale ale.
Yeah, just a pale ale. Right?
It looks like.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it looks like Sierra Nevada pale ale since you mentioned it.
What did I call it? Citrus something citrus. Hold on.
All right.
It's nonsensical. I called it top shelf citrus.
Okay.
Where Mama hides the cookies.
Of course.
And but yeah, it's when I first poured it and when it was still young and fresh, it tasted like grapefruit juice.
Ooh,
which is why
lovely. Yeah.
Malty grapefruit juice, of course.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I threw the citrus in there. And then the other one, the Mayday Margarita Seltzer.
Oh,
is an abomination. I'll tell you what I did here. I hope people are still listening.
Boy.
People, I hope you enjoy this. The Mayday Margarita is 5 gallons. And with those 5 gallons, I took 1.75 liters of tequila into the keg. And then lime juice. The actual amounts are written down, but I don't remember them offhand. Lime juice, orange juice concentrate, agave, and salt, and then filled the rest with water. And so it's exactly how I would make an actual margarita. Fresh lime juice. I would do fresh orange juice. I did concentrate, but and then tequila, agave, and salt is how I would make an actual margarita. So I thought I'll throw it in there. It doesn't work as a seltzer. No, it's overpowering.
So what does it taste like? Does it taste like overwhelmingly tequila?
Yes, it does. And it tastes like a carbonated mixed drink. It's only 5%. But here's the thing. When you get a seltzer, you want the essence of the flavor.
Yeah.
You don't want the actual flavor.
Yeah, you exactly.
It's not margarita essence. It's a sparkling margarita at 5%.
A sparkling margarita. That sounds interesting.
It is interesting. Yep. It's an abomination.
Wow. So what are you going to do with it? You going to dump it, or you still picking off of it?
No, my wife likes it.
Oh, good. That's great.
Yep. And then for people seeing, the middle tap is always sparkling water.
Ooh, very nice. Flavored or not flavored?
Nope. No, you add your own flavor. It's just water and bubbles.
Nice.
The kids know they can go to the middle tap.
I like that idea of having sparkling water on. I drink a lot of sparkling water. I would like that. I would like that on tap at my house.
Yep. And then, like I said, this one right here, which is good. It's starting to show some age, but otherwise, it's good.
Okay.
I mean, I can't keg things as well as the major breweries can. I try. I purge. I try to go oxygenless, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Can only last so many
the joys
months.
of home brewing, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we'll talk to you next week. And find everything at buffalobeerleague.com, on YouTube, WNY Brews. Yeah, we can't cheers an empty glass. That's
no. That's bad luck.
Anywhere else? Oh, the please call the hotline 716-486-BEER and check us out on Instagram, Threads, X, and Facebook. Generally WNY Brews, generally Buffalo Beer League, Buff Beer League on which one?
At Buff Beer League on X.
On X. All right. Then cheers, everyone. We'll talk to you next week.
Cheers, guys.